Welcome back. Well, the humanoid robot race heating up. One of the industry's biggest players is headed to Wall Street. Agility Robotics, the company behind humanoid robot Digit, preparing to go public through a SPAC with Churchill Capital Corp 11, valuing the company at about $2.5 billion. Now, the robot Digit already operates with customers in real-world environments, including Amazon, GXO, Toyota Canada, and Germany's Schaeffler. Joining me now is the CEO of Agility Robotics, Peggy Johnson. Peggy, great to see you.
Yeah, good morning, Maria.
Congratulations on this upcoming IPO, taking the company public. You'll be raising new money. What are the plans for that money? Why go public now?
Well, we have over $300 million in booked orders right now. We'd like to accelerate that. We have a large and growing pipeline of customers who need robots. They need a solution to their labor shortages.
So tell me about the robots and where they're filling the roles in this labor shortage.
Yeah, so the robots are humanoid, and they step into the dirty, very repetitive and sometimes dangerous jobs that are very hard to fill, lifting things over and over again, very injury prone. So they have been able to help companies keep their production levels and their output up in these areas where humans don't want the jobs.
So these are filling a need where it's a dirty job humans don't need, because you know the fear that robots are taking over our jobs. Companies across the world are racing to put robots in place in the workforce, and they're firing humans. So Digit already clocked more than 65,000 hours of operation across 9 states. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, so these are jobs that are unfilled. Humans generally don't want them. We have a retiring workforce in manufacturing. Young generations do not want these jobs, and we have reshoring going on, quite a bit of reshoring. That has created a gap of about 1 million jobs in the U.S., and it was only 500,000 a few years ago. The number is growing.
That is great. I mean, that is rising numbers, and it certainly is enabling companies to do more. We're looking at a shot of one robot right now. Tell us what these robots look like in a practical way. Is it just a machine next to you, or are they increasingly trying to take on humanoid looks?
We say we are human-centric. We did not set out to build a facsimile of a human at all. We said, what is the job that needs to be done, and what type of device can fill that best? So, for instance, we don't have 5-finger hands. We have grippers that are the right tool for lifting heavy things over and over again.
That's incredible. These robots are designed to take on repetitive and physically demanding tasks in places like warehouses and manufacturing facilities. But of course, the criticism is that the rise of robots will displace human workers. And we also had, during our special AI week, which we're going to do another AI week in a couple of weeks, but we had Betsy Atkins, who's on the board of many companies, saying, look, sometimes these agentic AI, assistants will behave unpredictably.
And safety is a big part of this. Right now, all humanoids have to operate inside of a work cell at these facilities, cordoned off from humans, just like any other big, heavy automation. By the end of this year, though, Agility will have solved for bringing robots outside of the work cell so that they can walk through these facilities in a safe manner, though, and keeping humans safe as they come in close proximity.
So we're being kept safe for what specifically with the robot?
Well, they are large automated devices that have arms and limbs that are powerful enough to lift 50 pounds over and over again all day long for 3 shifts. So that type of device needs to be kept safe from humans. We will be able to walk in close proximity of humans by the end of this year through cooperative safety.
So what industries beyond warehouses and manufacturing do you believe companies will adopt robots first? I mean, are there areas that you think are more ripe than others that is poised for robotics?
Yeah, any industries that are moving material, heavy material, about their facilities. I would say one that's really rising up are the automotive industry. They have a lot of this type of work. They can't find workers to step in and do this. It's generally a part of someone's job, a task that they have, the part they like the least. And so we see the automotives very interested.
Everybody's talking about AI. We're doing AI every single day. What is AI enabling in these robots today that wasn't possible a year ago?
Well, generally, robots need to learn their tasks. AI has supercharged that. We used to have an engineer write a program that directed where the robot would go. Now AI can help us teach the robot new skills very, very quickly, improve coordination and that sort of thing.
And how heavy is the robot? Are we talking about 100 pounds, 150 pounds?
Our robot's about 200 pounds. 200
pounds.
Yeah.
So that speaks to the safety issue.
Correct.
You're operating here with a 200-pound machine next to you with arms and legs doing all sorts of things.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to be very careful.
And I'm glad you brought up the safety issue because that's critical there. Now, Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei published a memo back in June. He's doubling down on this warning that AI will produce labor market disruptions, saying they'll even be longer and bigger than people knew and certainly lasting longer than previous technological shifts. Peggy, your reaction to that, what are you expecting in terms of change in the workforce as a result of all of this?
Well, we see robots as a tool to augment humans and to give them more time to do higher value work rather than this very manual work. It's also going to open up a number of new jobs. They need to be monitored, they need to be maintained, and they need to be manufactured. All of that will require humans.
This is all really, we're looking at the industrial side of this, right? I mean, but, you know, the idea that all of us will want our own assistant, our own quote-unquote robot, is out there right now. And I wonder, what are the costs of these? I mean, if you wanted to buy your own assistant that is a machine that's with you doing these repetitive tasks, how much will that cost?
We offer robots as a service, so it's a monthly fee, and we offer it as a discount to fully burdened human labor. So companies who adopt these see an ROI from day one if they could have found a human to take the role, and that's been the challenge.
So you're paying monthly for the service? It's
Yes.
not like you're not buying, because someone said to me the other day on the show, well, you'll be able to buy a robot for $40,000, like you'll buy a car for $50,000. Do you agree with that?
Over time.
Over time.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. And the other question I had for you is, you know, the president wants lots of manufacturing done now. You know, I mean, he wants defense, he wants pharmaceuticals, he's asking corporate America to bring the supply chains. Can that only be done efficiently with robotics?
I believe so, because already there's an existential problem with lack of humans to fill the roles in manufacturing. As we onshore, the burden will only get higher, that will grow, and we'll need further automation, including robots.
What are you expecting in terms of reception from companies? Tell us about the booked orders that you mentioned earlier. Who's buying?
These are industrials that have these labor gaps, and they see it as a way to prevent their output from being impacted, their production. They want to ensure that they can continue to produce at the levels they are at right now, and they see a gap for themselves out there with not being able to find these workers.
Wow, this is a new world, Peggy. How did you get involved in this?
I've always loved hardware. And to me, it seems very much like the start of quite a disruptive new era for humans, but a good one, and that will be helping them out.
Well, they're calling it a re-industrial revolution, what we're seeing underway. What a moment in time. Peggy, thank you.
Thanks, Maria.
Great moment to be alive, that's for sure. Peggy Johnson, we'll be watching Agility.